Okay, good evening. I'm Afia Afriyie. I'm representing on Ramsar sites in Ghana. I'm protecting wetlands of international importance. Okay, Ramsar sites are also wetlands, as our sister already explained what wetlands are. And in Ghana, we have 6 sites of the Ramsar sites. We have the Owabi Wildlife Sanctuary. We have the Muni Pomadzi Ramsar site, the Sakuma Lagoon, the Songa Lagoon, the Keta Lagoon Complex, and the Dansu Delta. Okay, so key ecological functions of Ramsar sites. The first one is for biodiversity habitat. That is, Ramsar sites serve as home to migratory birds. They provide a sort of breeding grounds for fish and support endangered species. And for water purification, it filters sediments naturally, removes excess nutrients, improves water quality. Then we have for flood control. Ramsar site also acts as natural water retention and reduces downstream flooding and also protects coastal communities from flooding too. Then for carbon storage, peatlands store carbon. Then it also reduces greenhouse gases and mitigates climate change. So for biodiversity and habitat, the Ramsar site serves as a migratory bird step over habitat, right? And it's a fishing breeding grounds, and also it protects endemic species and it serves as a mangrove for it serves as an ecosystem of mangrove. So the Ramsar site, as she already explained, because it consists of water and combination of flowing water and still waters. So it serves as a fishing breeding site and also protects endemic species. Okay, for ecosystem service, it serves as a provisional service, sustainable fishing supports and freshwater supply for communities, and also medicinal plant harvesting. The types of Ramsar sites, there's this Ramsar site that supplies water to Kumasi. So when we reach that part, I'll tell you. So for regulatory services, climate regulation and carbon storage, flood control, as already said, then water purification, then erosion prevention along the coast. Okay, so for conservation timeline, the first Ramsar site to be set up was in the 1988. That is the Owabi Wildlife Sanctuary, designated as Ghana's first Ramsar site. Then we come to, in 1992, the Muni Pamadzi and Sokomina Lagoon gained Ramsar status. Then in 1992, again, after the Muni Pudima and Sokomu Lagoon was established, the Sangu Lagoon designated for migratory bird habitat. The Sangu Lagoon was designated as, especially for migratory birds. Then we have in 1993, the Keta Lagoon complex was also added, which is the largest Ramsar site in Ghana at the moment. Then we have the Dansu Delta complex, which completes Ghana's Ramsar sites network. Okay, so key threats to the Ramsar site, urban encroachment and habitat loss. Just recently on the news, from the Suguma Lagoon, because of urban encroachment, that is when people build structures and start to live on the Ramsar site. That is designated for the Ramsar site. That is called urban encroachment. And now the government is putting in initiatives to drive out those people so that the site will be conserved. So right now the government are putting in initiatives to conserve those sites. So urban encroachment and habitat losses, pollution from agricultural runoff. And because people have inhabited the areas, they perform agricultural practices there. So agricultural runoffs into the waters pose as a threat to the Ramsar site. Then we have overfishing and resource depletion. Then we have climate change and rising sea levels. For the overfishing and resource depletion, some of the Ramsar sites, as I said, habituate some endangered species. So with fishing, when people overfish there, because the site is designated for a specific purpose, because people are now moving into the site, they endanger the species there, and some of the sites are for fishes. So when they start fishing and overfishing, it's posed as a threat to the site. Then you have climate change and rising sea levels. Some of the Ramsar sites are mainly for flood controls. Because people are moving into the site, they are blocking the path for water to move along. So that leads to flood. So conserving the sites helps in directing water properly and prevents flooding. And I think a conclusion. International significance. Ghana's Ramsar sites are globally recognized wetlands of outstanding universal value and its local livelihoods. Over 300,000 Ghanaians depend on these wetlands for fishing, farming, and tourism income. Then climate resilience. These ecosystems provide natural flood control, carbon storage, and drought mitigation. Then future generations, which is us, our duty is to protect these sites today and ensure ecological heritage for tomorrow. Thank you. Please, any question?